What if I told you? The final battle of One Piece isn't pirates versus marines. It's a war between the ancient gods and the final devil. After 1150 chapters, we might finally know IMU's true race, power, and goal. Big Mom's obsession with races wasn't random. She collected nearly every species, but failed to obtain 3 giants because of her fallout with Elbaf. Lunarians who were nearly extinct. Buccaneers, a mysterious race Kuma belonged to. But there's a 4th race, one Big Mom feared too much to name. A race so dangerous even the world government erased it from history. A race so powerful it birthed devil fruits, and the last of them is IMU. IMU is not a celestial dragon. IMU is not a human. IMU is the last of the devil race, the ancient beings who challenged the heavens long before the Void Century. These were not demons from folklore. They were real, and they almost won. But they were erased, not imprisoned. Erased from memory, from records, from the flow of time itself. And the only reason we even feel their presence today? Devil fruits. Let's break it down. Big Mom's collection dream wasn't just vanity. It was an instinctual hunger to rebuild something. The old world she subconsciously remembered, a time before the purge. She knew of a 4th race, never spoken aloud, never acknowledged. She had fragments of them in her territory. Strange beings, odd fruits, unnatural creatures. But the full race? Gone. Vanished. Except for one, IMU. Look closely at IMU's design. Eyes hidden in shadow tall. Lean figure resembling no other known race. A calm, almost godlike demeanor. Can order the erasure of an entire island, Lulusia, like it's removing dust from a table. And more importantly, the 5 elders bow to IMU. They're literal demonic beings now, transformed into ancient godlike creatures with mythical zone powers. Yet they still kneel before IMU. Why? Because IMU is not like them. IMU is their creator, their master, their devil king. Which brings us to the Mara Mara no Mi, the devil fruit I believe IMU possesses. Not just any fruit. A mythical zone, based on the demon god Mara, the being who tempted even the Buddha, lord of illusion, fear, death, and desire. Abilities of the Mara Mara no Mi? Erasure of presence, erase names, people, memories, even entire islands from reality. Control of desires, implant illusions, false dreams, or corrupt ambitions into even the strongest minds. Shadow resurrection, revive ancient kings or enemies as shadow wraiths. Immortality via samsara. User exists in a karmic loop, never dying, simply reappearing through time. It would explain why IMU is still alive after 800 plus years. How IMU can watch every kingdom from the shadows. How the 5 elders are still under their control. Why devil fruits are so varied. They're pieces of this race's former glory, scattered powers, harvested from the corpses or rituals of ancient beings. Now pause for a second. What if devil fruits aren't natural at all? They're not magical. They're not scientific. They're not Vegapunk's invention. They're fragments of the devil race. Each fruit, a stolen or sealed ability from an ancient being. The Flame fruit could be the last fire breath of a dying Lunarian. The Yami Yami no Mi is a twisted, weaker echo of the true darkness IMU commands. Even the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika, is not a normal fruit. It's a divine countermeasure, a sun god's creation to oppose the devil race. Now think about Blackbeard. He's trying to collect powers. Darkness, Quake, maybe more soon. Could he be trying to revive the devil race by collecting enough of their fragments? And could IMU be trying to stop him, not to protect the world, but to keep the power for themselves? The world government might be fighting not to protect peace, but to stop the return of the ancient devil realm. Let's go deeper. Chapter 1150 showed some strange clues. A shattered poneglyph covered in darkness, a giant eye, watching from above, the Gorosei whispering, "It begins again." They weren't talking about Luffy. They weren't talking about Joy Boy. They were talking about IMU's reawakening. Because just like Joy Boy reincarnates into Nika, IMU must also cycle back as Mara again and again. And this is their final incarnation. The final war isn't going to be Marine versus Pirate. It will be Nika versus Mara Luffy versus IMU-sun versus Shadow Liberation versus Illusion. Joy Boy was never just a rebel. He was the first sun god, created to seal the devil race and free the world from illusion. But he failed. He was betrayed, maybe by the D-Clan themselves, and the world was reshaped into a lie. Now Luffy carries his will, his smile, his freedom. And IMU? IMU carries the original sin. The final battle won't just be physical. It will be spiritual. IMU may try to tempt Luffy, break him mentally, rewrite the reality around him, using the Mara Mara no Mai, and Luffy's Gear 5, the power to laugh in the face of death, fate, and despair, may be the only power that can counter it. So now I ask you, what if IMU isn't a villain? What if they're the last survivor of a genocide, trying to reclaim the fragments of their broken race? And what if devil fruits aren't evil, they're just misunderstood? Is Joy Boy really the hero? Or just another side in an endless cosmic war? This changes everything, and it's only going to get crazier. If you want the next video to cover the secret war between Nika and the devil race, drop a comment. The devil race must rise, and hit subscribe for more forbidden One Piece truths. We're going beyond the manga, beyond the anime. We're entering the realm of the forgotten gods and the final devil.